What's up, beer drinkers? How y'all doing this week? Welcome to another Cöld Brüe podcast. Oh, we got a great show for you again this week. Not only do we drink and rate some delicious beers from Stone Brewing and Anderson Valley Brewing Company, but we also have our beer news, wherein we talk about the new Miller Lite Pringles collaboration and Costco beer collab as well. And then for our Cöld Brüe List, we have the top 15 Wrestle Mania matches of all time. Then we rate our beers, and then after that, we have our Drunken Shenanigans, where we talk about Corona Sunbrew, and we also have a little bit of Easter talk with our families. So before we get to the show, can't forget the plugs. Follow us on Instagram and on Untapped Cöld Brüe Podcast. And you can find us not only on Apple and Spotify, podbean.com, but you can also find us on YouTube. All right, so without further ado, it's time for another Cöld Brüe. Coming at you pre-recorded from Cöld Brüe Studios. I am Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we're here to talk about beer.
Yes, we are.
How you doing this week, man?
No, not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah. You ready for Easter's?
Yeah, well, we already celebrated on my wife's side of the family. We're at my mother-in-law's house. We did an early celebration. So our like significant other family, like it's kind of like so both sides of the family could celebrate together.
Yeah. What do you guys do, like Easter egg hunts and any other games?
Yeah, we did the Easter egg hunts for the younger kids, which is my daughters and one of their cousins, and then we did another one for the older kids, or like high school, middle school age. No,
you put like gift cards and money in there.
Yeah, the stakes were higher for
that. And also probably harder hiding spots too.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, with the young kids, you're just putting it right there out in the grass.
Oh yeah.
With the older kids, you're like putting it like you got to like climb a ladder or climb up a tree and swing it onto the other side of the fence.
Pretty much.
Right on. Cool, man. All right. You ready to talk about some beer?
Yes, I am.
All right. So today I have in front of me,
wait.
You know, yeah.
I say the inspiration for the theme of this week's feature.
I was about to mention that before I talked about my beer. You came up with the idea for cheap beer, but still craft. So you came up inexpensive. Sorry. You said anywhere between like $8 to $10 for a 6-pack. I'm like, oh man, that leaves me like not a lot of choice. But then when I went to the store, for some reason, this week, the grocery store had a big, huge sale on Stone IPA. Instead of usually it's like the retail price is like $13.99 a 6-pack, but this week it was only $7.99. Perfect. In fact, I think it fell below your spec that you sent me. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. This is like the one of the OGs on the West Coast right here, Stone IPA. It's got the whole West Coast. This is what everyone tried to emulate back in the day. It's dank, it's resinous, little flowery. It's just a punch in your face, a punch in your fucking mouth, really. when it comes to IPAs. I'm already opening it up. It's 6.9% alcohol by volume, and it says the iconic West Coast style IPA. This is the IPA that put us on the map. Long before IPAs were craft brewing's most prominent beer style, this beer was in our lineup, distinguished by bright hop fruitiness, piney vibrancy, and tantalizing bitterness. Stone IPA has stood tall as the epitome of the West Coast style IPA since 1997. Hey, that's when I turned 21.
Hey, there you go.
Stone Stone IPA has inspired countless others, including all of our myriad of IPAs, double IPAs, triple IPAs that have collectively earned our reputation as one of the most passionate and artful hop-driven breweries on the planet. Hops in this one are Magnum, Chinook, Centennial, Azaka, Calypso, Ella, and Vic Secret. Flavor notes: lemon peel, tropical, and dank. So without further ado, I already popped off, so I'm going to pour this one while you talk about yours.
All right. Well, yes. In order to keep we'll keep up with the idea for inexpensive beers. I went and I found an old friend.
Oh,
and
right.
From our friends out at Anderson Valley Brewing Company.
Ooh.
Their Boont Amber Ale. Now, a 6-pack of these are still $9.99 at Whole Foods, and much to there's a bunch of beers in this category that have been very, very big in the craft beer game early on to us, and I think you could agree. Anderson Valley Boont was there, right?
Yep.
They have that whole. They had they had one of the first iconic tap handles.
Yeah.
That big wooden paddle, with the bear on it, and
yeah,
you knew it was craft beer. You knew
in the Bay Area anyway, right?
Yeah, in the Bay Area, you'd see that bad boy everywhere. Early and often when we go to when we go to the bars. So that was an easy choice considering I haven't had this one in a while. So, according to the can, Boont Amber Ale. Amber ales are epic. They are the bedrock of what we know as craft beer, and we're proud to have played our part in that journey with the Hall of Fame. Look it up, beer you're holding right now. Balanced, flavorful, drinkable, and delicious. This is the legendary Boont Amber Ale. Cue the trumpets. Anderson Valley Brewing Company, since 1987, were quality obsessed, relentlessly innovative, and dedicated to sustainability, producing beer from the highest quality ingredients and nature preserves. Seriously, ask anyone. And they are proudly the world's first solar-powered brewery.
Hey, all right.
In addition, 100% of our brewing waste is diverted from landfills to feed local livestock, and we source sustainability, treat, and return 100% of our waste back to our property here in the beautiful Boonville, California. The beer you're holding right now is proof that sustainable beer production is not only possible, but also delicious.
Very nice.
And without any further ado, pop off. Oh, one more thing. This bad boy comes in at, where is it?
Somewhere around
5.8 ABV.
Oh, somewhere around 6. Okay, a little bit higher than I thought, but nice. That's good. Yeah, man, I haven't even thought of Anderson Valley in a long time, but yeah, when I was in the Bay Area, that was one of the ones I liked to go to. Or I like to go to their booths at beer festivals because they always had like some kind of wild turkey barrel aged fucking shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, with Todd.
Oh yeah, and yeah, that's when we met Todd. I don't know if I know you don't get around the circuit as much. I wonder if he's still around.
No, I know he left Anderson. I forgot where he went though.
21st Amendment, last I saw.
Oh, okay, or was it the other way around where he left there and went to Anderson? But either way. Real quick. So awards: Great American Beer Festival Gold, World Beer Championship Gold, San Francisco Chronicle, Northern California Beer Hall of Fame. Ingredients: the hops are Columbus, Bravo.
I like
that. Columbus, Bravo, Northern Brewer, and Mount Hood. The malts are Pale Two Row, crystal, the parentheses 40L and 80L. Not sure what that means.
40 liter and 80
food
liter.
pairing. Yes.
Ooh, all right. What do you got?
Food pairing: onion rings, grilled steaks, roasted chicken, pasta. How do you say it? Bolognese.
Yeah.
And then poached pears, herb goat cheese, and Romano cheese.
I don't think I've ever had herb goat cheese.
I can't say that I have either.
That's quite a bit. That's a good swath of food right there.
Hey, amber ale. Is there anything it can't do?
It's like it's like the solve it all of fucking beer.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny. All right. So my beer, the Stone IPA. If you haven't had it yet, I mean, if you're an IPA drinker, are you really an IPA drinker if you haven't had a Stone IPA yet? Because I mean, it's not like Pliny the Elder or Pliny the Younger, like a California East Coast, or like if you were to go like Sip of Sunshine from Lawson's, or even what's that one out of Massachusetts, Treehouse. Any of their beers, they're not widely distributed, but Stone is widely distributed. I mean, it's like you were talking about the old iconic ones, and Boone is in California, in the Bay Area. Anderson Valley is iconic, but I was thinking more like, I thought we were going to mention like Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, or Fat Tire by New Belgium, or Sam Adams, but that's a lager though. But yeah, so Stone IPA, it's all over the place now, right? It has to be. I mean, they opened up a brewery in Germany for a little while. I think they closed that down. But still, if you haven't had a Stone IPA, do yourself a favor. And if even if you had, go back to it. Check it out. Check it out again. It's really good, man. It's really like exactly what you want in a West Coast IPA. I don't get I do get a citrus zest to it. I don't know if it's exactly lemon, but I guess that's the closest. I get a lot of in the aftertaste. I get a lot of pith. So I'm more leaning towards grapefruit. But it does have some dankiness to it. Slight bit of floral, like I said, even though they don't mention it. I perceive it. So that's my own journey through this Stone IPA, and I'm glad I got it. In fact, I got it at Safeway over here, and I don't know if it's still on sale for that amount. That's a great amount. It was limit 2, so guess how many I got?
3.
No, I only got the 2. So I got 2 for so basically like $16 for a 12-pack, which is really good for a Stone IPA. So no, really definitely good. Yeah.
I was gonna say did you do the whole go back to your car, change your shirt, and go back and get another?
No, because it was based off your my rewards membership from Safeway. So unless you have rewards, you know what? I should have entered our parents' number, because they'll never buy that fucking shit. Maybe I could get it again.
Right?
Yeah. When's the last time our dad fucking drank an IPA?
Couldn't tell you.
You might have had a sip of a pale ale once, but yeah, he's Mr. Coors Light, so I could probably take advantage. Oh shit, man! You used to give me a good idea. I don't know when the sale is going on till. Maybe I can get another 12-pack.
Right.
All right. How's the Boone Ale? I know you haven't had that in a while.
Yeah, it's got like a little like peppery flavor.
Really?
I'm thinking it's giving it a little more bite than I remember. At the same time, it has been a while, but a lot of that malt richness is still there. I don't know. It feels up forward with the malt. Like it's not in the finish.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought maybe one of the like the Northern Brewer hop or something has a little pepperiness to it. I don't know. I don't know all the profiles of the hops.
No, I get you. It's just having like a savory dynamic to it. Very flavorful amber ale. it's hard for me to just personally. It's hard for me to say anything bad about this one. So
Very
we'll
good.
just go from there.
Yeah, we don't really want to say anything bad about beers. In fact, the one time, I think the one beer you didn't like, you just didn't rate it because you don't want to say anything bad about it. So I admire that because I think I rated something at a 2 one time. I forgot what it was. Couldn't have been a Corona. Although you said that picture of that Corona, what was it? The summer breeze or what the fuck do they call it?
Yeah, I don't know. Summer burst, cloud burst.
Yeah, I actually had some. I'll talk about it later. I'll bring it up towards our drunken shenanigans because that's where it belongs, in the shenanigans part of the show.
I just got to know: did you buy it or did someone else have it?
Someone else bought it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I'll go through the whole story of it. I should have brought it up a couple weeks ago, but now that you remind me here, I'm gonna write it down. I have a notepad now because I thought, dude, in my age, I don't know if it's an age thing or a COVID brain, but I forget things like almost immediately.
So, well, you're not that smart to be in
that. So. Thank you very much. Smart enough to run a podcast. That's about it.
The bar is kind of low.
All right. Thank you. I was going to say thank you for that, but we'll get to that part later too. All right. All right. I guess, yeah. Don't forget to follow us. We're going to rate our beers later on during our Untapped portion of the show. Don't forget to follow us on Untapped. But right now, it's time for some beer news. All right. So the first news story comes to us from CT Insider, and those guys and gals up at Miller are at it again. I know we talked about the Miller High Life vinyl LP with the beer inside of it last week, but this week, Pringles partners with Miller Lite for sausage and beer can chicken flavored crisps. Oh, this must be written across the pond because we don't call them crisps over here. We call them chips.
No, Pringles are crisps because of how they're made.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, you never seen that?
Right,
read a Pringles can. They call them crisps.
Ah, well then I sit corrected because I'm sitting right now while we're recording this.
They basically like they don't slice the potatoes; they mash them and they mold them. So.
Oh yeah, they're highly processed. They're like the most processed crisp out there, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So good to know. Thank you for the correction. Pringles is coming out with limited edition crisps that pair together popular summer flavors without having to use a grill. The brand teamed up with brewing company Miller Lite to create 2 new flavors of its stackable potato crisps inspired by beer-infused backyard barbecue favorites, according to a news release. The 2 new flavors, beer can chicken and grilled beer brat, will release in May. 2 things go hand in hand as the weather warms up: a crisp drink and a delicious snack, the news release reads. Once released, customers will be able to search where to buy them on Pringles' website. The beer can chicken crisp combines the flavors of roasted chicken, garlic, onion, and Miller Lite's light lager beer, while the grilled beer brat crisp combines the flavors of grilled brat, black pepper, caramelized onion, brown spice, and Miller Lite, according to the news release. Right. So if you had a choice, you could only buy one. Which one would you buy? The beer can chicken or the beer brat?
Ooh, I go with beer brat.
I think so. I think I would too. Why would you go with beer brat though?
I don't know. Something about chicken and chips doesn't appeal that much, especially if I had the choice of beer brat.
Yeah, I've had both. Have you ever had like a beer can chicken and or a beer brat?
I've had beer brats. I've never had a beer can chicken. In fact, let me write that down.
I've seen it done. Like I know how it's done, but yeah. I'm wondering if maybe like something like an IPA or like a blonde ale would impart a bolder flavor in either of the two dishes, so to speak, instead of like a American light lager.
Right. So I mean, sometimes, yeah, the the temperature might cook out too much of the beer flavor.
Yeah. Or even if it doesn't, it's like there's not a lot of flavor to begin with in the beers.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, you're just basically using it for the moisture.
Mm-hmm. And maybe like a subtle imparting of the flavors. So maybe it's too subtle for me. It's too subtle for me. That's all I'm trying to say. Give me something with a little bit more substance. One more thing I wanted. Oh yeah, here we go. Another Costco story. This comes to us from the street. Costco's craft brewery collab is the best deal around. Costco's really anything is the best deal around if you can get in there.
Yeah, they're on point with a lot of stuff.
Right. After every boom comes a bust. Just ask anyone in the craft beer business. There was a time when small batch beers and craft breweries were all the rage. Every town, it seemed, had a signature brew. They kind of still do, but it's kind of dwindling. That's just my own opinion. But not every beer can have the nationwide success of Lagunitas, Ballast Point Sculpin, or Brooklyn Lager. Does anyone really talk about Ballast Point anymore?
I know, right?
On a tangent.
I mean, I still see the Sculpin, but that's it. I don't see Victory at Sea anymore, which is sad.
Right, yeah, you're right.
Any other their other offerings, which they had two I guess different themes. They had the fish theme, and then they had the like the pirate.
Yeah.
What do I want to say?
Skeleton
maritime pirate theme. I don't
know. Yeah, I mean they had like that watermelon. The watermelon Dorado was a popular one back in the day.
Yeah, wasn't like Walleye or Big Eye or something like that one of the first ones you had for the show?
Oh yeah, the Big IPA. It was a Big Eye fish, but it was like a pale ale. It wasn't an IPA. It was like a play on words. What was that other one they had? They were the first brewery that I remember making an IPL. Remember had the diver, the old timey diver suit on?
Fathom.
There it is, yeah. That's it. Yeah, I haven't I don't know why they brought that up. Maybe it's more popular outside of the West Coast than it is over here. But anyway, let's see. Oh, here it is. And craft breweries have been closing at a rapid pace for the last few years. I don't know about few years, couple years, yeah. Craft breweries have suffered in the post-pandemic climate, facing higher interest rates and increased costs for labor and materials. And don't forget that story I brought up was a few weeks ago where craft breweries are actually killing themselves because they help raise the value of the property, and then their rents go up, and then they can't afford it anymore.
Right.
Couple that with consumers who are dealing with economic challenges of their own, and you have a recipe for a downturn. Plus, it seems like beer is just not the adult beverage favored by most American adults anymore. The younger adults. Let's edit that real quick. The younger adults. The older adults still love beer. Instead, consumers have switched their attention to canned cocktails, mocktails, and even non-alcoholic beer, which has exploded in popularity. Exploded is a incendiary word. I mean, it has gained, but that's only because the market share was so fucking low that now it seems like it's exploded. In fact, a recent survey from the Beer Institute found that non-alcoholic beer continues to rise in popularity even as interest in the real stuff wanes. The poll found that 60% of dry January participants believe low and no alcohol beer helps them achieve their moderation goals, at 2% increase from last year's survey. So 2%, 2% of 1,000 is only 20 people. Let's see. The poll also revealed that even though beer consumption is down, consumption of non-alcoholic beer is on the rise. Of course, the people who still love beer are always looking for a deal, which brings them to the beer and wine section at Costco. While beer and wine don't often go on sale, there are deals to be found. I gotta say, the last time our parents came out here, my mom gave me some money. Our mom gave me some money to buy some wine, and she said, buy any blends at Costco. So they had 6 different blends. There was one blend, I think it was like $20 or $25. Man, it was so good. I forgot what it was called. I should have took a picture. It was a damn good. It was, oh man, top notch. It was probably my favorite beer I bought I drank that whole weekend.
You mean wine?
Wine. Yes. Sorry. Costco is known for its $1.50 hot dog meal and $4.99 rotisserie chicken. But if you know where to look, there are plenty of other deals to be had. Costco recently teamed up with one of the most award-winning craft breweries in the country, Deschutes, to offer their popular Prince Crispy in fairly disguised packaging. We have the what do you call it, right? The Deschutes, the Kirkland barrel aged beer.
Right.
Yeah, that was good.
Did we do that on the show?
One of us did. Either you or I did. Because I bought it and I drank it already. So I know I had it. I don't know if we had it on the show. Let's see. The red or white box has a simple lager printed across the front. But if you look closely, you see a Deschutes logo just below. The packaging also bears Costco's own Kirkland logo. The beer has a 4.5 alcohol by volume, fairly typical for a lager, but well below that of Deschutes' well-known beer, Fresh Squeeze, which has a ABV of 6.4%. You know, the last time I was at Costco, I didn't see Chimay. They used to have like the magnums of Chimay. You remember that?
Well, I remember Chimay. I hardly go to the Costco beer section.
Oh, okay.
I lied though. I mean, I was there recently and I didn't see the Chimay. In fact, I noticed a lot of beers are phasing out the big bottles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's because it's not they make more off the smaller bottles than the big bottles.
Pretty much.
Anyway, so yeah, that's the latest the good beer that is under the radar because it has the Kirkland logo on it at Costco. It is their lager. So if you go to Costco, if you're a Costco card holder, check it out. It's a good lager if you're into lagers. So next time I go, I'll check it out.
Word
up, Holmes. All right. So that does it for the beer news. So you know what that means?
I think I do.
It's time for everyone's favorite segment on Cöld Brüe Podcast because it's my favorite segment. It's time for the Cöld Brüe List.
Dun, 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 dun.
So let me ask you this. What, besides Easter, what's going on this weekend?
Oh, this weekend? I mean, it's one of it's the godfather of all wrestling events, Wrestle Mania. What's that? I think they're like on 34, 35 now.
I thought it was 41.
Ah, shit. See, I'm way off.
Isn't it the granddaddy of them all, by the way, for the record?
I thought that was the Rose Bowl, but
okay. Well, I have a list of the top of the best WrestleMania matches.
Ooh, not main events, but just matches?
Yes, just matches.
Okay.
Across the board. I'm going to do the top 15.
Hey, you know, right? That's a good one because I remember there's some WrestleManias where I couldn't believe it. Like, I don't know if it's going to be on your list, but that one where Shane versus Undertaker, I think it was like on WrestleMania 32, 33. That was amazing.
Damn, it's not on this. Spoiler.
Okay. I mean, these other ones must be great.
Real quick, honorable mention. Number 16. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus He whose name could never be spoken.
I don't remember that one. I mean, to be honest, I don't remember a lot of WrestleMania matches. I'm not as big of a mark as some people, but
you know what? You know, it'd be cool. A list of like every WrestleMania, but then you do the match of the night of that event.
Oh, next year's WrestleMania, a Cöld Brüe podcast around WrestleMania. We'll do that one.
All right. Shoot. The problem with this one is I don't have the info on it. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm talking about Chris Benoit, who had a sad demise and fall, and just kind of he's been outcasted from any type of affiliated events. And
I mean, the WWE has literally tried to erase them from their memory.
Yeah. In fact, I saw this thing about the few times where like, and this is some hardcore geekdom, where they, at least for the pay-per-views, they went in and like they got all the audio that made reference to him, even though he wasn't involved with the current match at the time.
Oh wow!
You know, like like known for several matches with it. What?
They tried to like delete when they mentioned his name.
No. They found him. Like, you know, the basically whenever they still say Chris Benoit or Benoit on the air.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which is done because now they could just use that video to describe it if they haven't heard. Okay.
True.
I digress. Okay, so number 15, good old back at shoot. This dude fucking Roman numerals. I think it's 28.
Okay.
What's the math? Okay, so
X.
Well, okay, it's XXVIII, right? So that's 28, right?
Yeah. Yep. 28.
Okay, so if WrestleMania 28 was in 2012, how do we do the math?
Why are you trying to do some math? What was the match?
Hold on.
Oh,
that way, like when we it might be faster for me than converting Roman numerals. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. So if 28 was in 2012, number one was in like 1987, 6. I forget.
So 84 was the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's try to keep that on. Okay. I don't know how that. So WrestleMania 84. No. WrestleMania 2012.
Yeah.
Which is 28 is The Undertaker versus Triple H. Now a lot of these, The Undertaker's gonna win, right? Doesn't The Undertaker, he didn't lose till like 2017?
Yeah, he was like 21 and 0.
Which would be like 34, right?
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, it looked like it was a Hell in a Cell match. Picture of Triple H beating him with the chair. So yeah. Epic.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the Undertaker matches were Hell in the Cell, seemed like.
Right.
His classic ones. I mean, he had the one with Shawn Michaels and the other one with Mankind. I mean, the Hell in the Cell, and they should call it the Undertaker, the Undertaker match.
Yeah. Number 14, Randy Savage versus Ric Flair. I remember this one. 1992, WrestleMania 8. Macho Man defeats the Nature Boy. Clash of Styles.
Wow. I didn't realize.
Remember when Nature Boy
yeah.
When he came into WWF at the time and and like took the magazine and like superimposed his pictures of him and Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, I remember that. before Photoshop.
Right.
That was, I think he took it to whoever Costanza took his fucking photos to. The Kruger pictures. I didn't realize Ric Flair came over that early. Like I thought he was more like in the like WrestleMania 15, 20 days. Wow. Yeah, my timeline's way off.
Sounds like it.
Yep.
Number 13, Mick Foley versus Edge. 2006 WrestleMania 22. This one was crazy because it's a hardcore one and like they're on fire and shit.
Oh, I don't remember that. Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, hardcore. I remember this one. WrestleMania.
That was when they were trying to compete with ECW, right? A little bit.
Possibly. Oh, I don't know. 06. ECW was. Shit, when was ECW? Trying to act like I know.
It was around that time. It was huge.
Nevertheless, they say this match probably shortened their careers substantially.
Right? If they're on fire, yeah, I would think so.
Number 12 on this list is The Rock versus Hollywood Hogan. WrestleMania 18, 2002. The Icon versus Icon match.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I remember Rock was big at the point, but he didn't. I don't think he had the title at the time. So matching up with Hogan made for a good match for WrestleMania.
Yeah, to put him over, right?
Yeah. And then yeah, because he was Hollywood, he was back in WWE, and then he switched over after that. He's red and yellow again.
Right. Yeah.
Next night. I remember this one. WrestleMania 7. Savage versus Warrior.
Oh yeah, that was a great one.
Warrior won.
Mm-hmm.
That was the career on the line match.
Mm-hmm. Which anytime they say like careers on the line, I never fucking believe like anyone's ever gonna be totally done with the business.
Yeah, that was a good way though to get some injury time off.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much what it is, right? They
yeah,
you sell it and you get like 2 or 3 months off.
Yeah, well, something to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard. He always or Bruce Pritchard, something to wrestle with, however you say it. He'd also say like what the guys would do would they would buy a insurance policy from Lloyd's of London, get hurt like bad enough where they could cash it in and then they'd be good. But then eventually Vince would offer to buy him out of their insurance policy and then get back in the ring.
No, so really?
Eventually Lloyd's caught on and started insuring these guys too.
They should have stopped from the fucking beginning because it's not real fucking sport.
Right, but it's real medical records. You can't fake X-rays.
They're really getting hurt. I think that's the thing is like they thought they were faking their injuries. No, they're really getting injured.
All right, number 10. This one, WrestleMania 12, 1996. I remember this one. The Iron Man match, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah, was it
60 minutes that went into overtime?
The best of 3, right? 3 falls?
No, it was just as many pinfalls in an hour. But that was the thing. No one got a pinfall. They had to go to overtime.
I thought it was like the best of 3 during the hours or whichever came first. I guess I misremembered it.
I think there's one like that. I remember The Rock and I think The Rock and Triple H were in one like that, where they each got one and then had to go to overtime. So, same story, rinse, repeat.
Right.
Here's one I don't remember: WrestleMania 21 in 2005, where it was Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels.
Oh, that sounds like a great match.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest Angle fan. Yeah, he was a good technical wrestler.
Yeah, I think I've come and gone on the whole WrestleMania or just wrestling thing, and I think that was the second time I was gone. I started getting out of it again.
Sorry. Moving on. Number
Late
8
night.
on this list. Yeah, from WrestleMania 10, 1994, Razor defeats Shawn Michaels in the first ever high profile and still the best ladder match ever.
Yep, everyone's been chasing that dragon since.
Yeah. Ooh, another one from the same card. WrestleMania 10, Owen Hart defeats Bret Hart.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew they fought. I didn't realize it was. Nah, I still don't remember the match. I got to go back and watch it. Holy shit! I had no idea he even beat his brother, let alone in a WrestleMania.
Yeah. Number 6 on this list, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. WrestleMania 17, 2001. Stone Cold defeats The Rock in an all-out brawl.
I think I saw like a stat the other day, like they faced like 13 or 14 times, and Stone Cold won like 11 or 12 of those times. He always won.
Yeah, I think the Rock always lost. The Rock only beat him once, and even then, that one, I don't know if it was even for a title. It might have just been a match,
Yeah, and all I remember is every time he got the stunner, like the Rock would try to sell it bigger every single fucking time.
Oh yeah.
It was great. The Rock was good, man.
Especially if it wasn't in a match.
Yeah.
If it was like a showdown head to head, interview segment or whatever, and he got the stunner on him, and he'd go flying.
Yeah, like when Stone Cold.
I mean, don't get me wrong, he had a few good in the match, but I think some of the more memorable ones was not the sanctioned match time.
Yeah, when Stone Cold would, when Stone Cold would go out there and talk to the crowd, work the crowd basically, and then The Rock would come in and interrupt him, and then at the end, like they start throwing blows, and then Stone Cold would give him a stunner, like they were both in street clothes, and then he'd go flying, and Stone Cold would pour beer on him and drink it and throw it out. Those are great.
Number 5, The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. Again, didn't we just do this one?
Yeah, some good matches, man. Hell in a Cell.
Oh no, that was Undertaker and Triple H. This one's WrestleMania. Okay, we're doing the math. 26 in 2010.
Okay, yeah.
So, is it right? Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
So, Undertaker defeats Shawn Michaels with the career on the line. HBK had to retire.
Of course. Right. Oh. And then he started wearing that cowboy hat.
Right. Yeah, this is one of my favorite. Number 4. I think it should be a little bit higher. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Randy Macho Man Savage.
Oh, yeah, that was epic. Was it WrestleMania 3?
Yes, WrestleMania 3.
1987.
2 great workers, and they just showcased it.
Yep. But with the ring bell, right?
Well, the ring bell led them to it. Yeah, and they tried to use it in it, but yeah, there was some. The history, the build up, involved the ring bell.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, fucking all those the high flying elbows. That's what it. Didn't he like do like 5 elbows from the fucking top rope?
Or attempted, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a high flyer. Number 3, the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian. WrestleMania 17, the first iconic tables, ladders, and chairs match.
TLC, the 3-way, yeah. That was amazing. That was a great one.
Yeah. Right. And moving on. Here we go again. Number 2, WrestleMania 25, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
So the number 5 was in 2010. This one was in 2009. Okay.
Back to back.
Yeah. And Undertaker won this one.
Of course. He didn't lose until Brock, right?
Yeah, it was Brock. And then Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for number 1, WrestleMania 13, 1997. This is the one where Austin kind of bled out and passed out.
Mm-hmm.
They showed that iconic him screaming in the sharpshooter and his head just gushing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right,
so what do they call it? He showed color.
Yes, he got a little color.
He got a little color. He gigged in that match. Trying to be all cool, like I know all the lingo.
Right.
Nice. What was your favorite? Not that it's not on this list. What was your favorite WrestleMania match?
That's not on the list, or that?
Yeah.
Geez, it's hard to say. My favorite WrestleMania is WrestleMania 4. I like the tournament style.
Okay, yeah, because they vacated because of the evil Hebner.
Yes, the Twin Magic, the original Twin Magic.
Right.
Let's see. Gosh, I'm trying to think. It escapes me. I know I always talk about Macho Man versus Steamboat. It's one of my favorite matches.
Yeah.
But like you said, not on this list. I don't know. I don't know if I could bring one that's not on the list.
Doesn't have to be. It could be on the list. It doesn't matter. I was just thinking, just if it's on the list, not on the list, is your favorite matchup that you saw at WrestleMania?
Yeah, well then Steamboat Savage.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. I like the I don't know, but maybe because it's nostalgia when it was the Mega Powers.
When they exploded?
Yeah, when the Mega Powers. Yep. Yeah, when it was Hogan versus Savage. I just liked it, man. I was ready for it.
Yeah, I get you. Ready for it.
I just loved it, man. I know it was all tried, but still, it was great. I mean, it sold on me, man. It's all imprinted. Awesome. Are you gonna watch WrestleMania tomorrow, or are you gonna? I might not watch it till Monday because I got family stuff to do. So, maybe I might convince my daughter to put it on, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll have time to watch it tomorrow. To be honest, so I'll check it out, or I'll follow along with Twitter.
Yeah, I mean it's a 2-day event now. It used to be. I mean, remember when we went to the New Orleans one? We were like sitting there for like fucking 9 hours in our seat. It fucking that kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, even at Levi's was pretty long.
Yeah, it was almost the same amount. I felt like Levi's because we were like in that club section. You and I could escape every once in a while, but still watch the event.
I get that, especially like well then we tailgated and stuff before, so it was
a little
bit cooler in that aspect.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it. Like I said, I probably won't watch it till Monday. But yeah, I'll still check it out. I like the Cody Rhodes. I like Cody Rhodes he's turning out to be one goddamn good professional wrestler. Like, cause he doesn't talk shit about like his past companies. Like when he left WWE, he didn't talk shit about him when he was in AEW. Now that he's back here in WWE again, he doesn't talk shit about AEW. He's just like, hey, I'm here, I'm working. I don't care.
Yeah.
If you guys want to speculate, go ahead. But I just think he's a really goddamn good professional wrestler, and he still has like 10 or 15 years left if he wants. But anyway, yeah. So I'm a Cody fan, and I like. What do you think about the John Cena heel turn?
I think it's cool. At the same time, it's gonna be a short one, so get it where you can, Johnny boy.
Yeah, he claims this is his last year. You think this is his last year, or is just he's gonna be like The Rock? He'll come back like in 5 years. He'll do a spot.
I don't know. It's tough to say.
Yeah, it really is. Even though his heel turn, like people are comparing it to Hogan's, but Hogan was kind of like on the outs, and his heel turn made him more popular again. From what I hear, Cena is still like the number 1 or number 2 merch sold like at every event, or even like just every business quarter. And the heel turn really didn't hurt or help him any. He's still the same. So I don't know. It's weird. I personally, I really admired the way he just kept. It's really hard to be that good for so long and being a baby face, and yet he still did it. So I don't know if it was necessary, but maybe he just wanted to try something different, just to make it more interesting at work. He got bored at work.
Yeah, so experience that, yeah.
Yeah. Just see what it's like. See what it tastes like. Cool, man. How's your beard doing? Oh, wait. So is that the end of the Cöld Brüe List?
It is.
Thank you very much.
So I listened to that I watched, not listen. I listened because we talked about it last week. The Ruben, it was Robert Guerrero, right? That was the
Robert was the boxer. Yeah.
Ruben was the dad. Yeah. The outburst that he did. And he beats women. You like that? You like that? Yeah. And I listened to it, and I remember like the way you did. I thought De La Hoya at the end said, thank you for that. But he just said, thank you very much. But if you listen to it, like people are laughing. Like you can hear like quite a few people laughing after he said that. Like, really? That's your statement after what just happened?
Right.
Oh man. And then Mayweather fucking just handled them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. But how's your beer treating you?
Good. Gone.
Of course, yeah. All right, so let's see. We're gonna rate our beers right now on Untappd. So if you have Untappd, search Cöld Brüe Podcast and friend us, and we'll friend you back. But right now, we are going to rate. See, you had Anderson Valley. I remember that part. The Boont, right?
Right.
Boont Amber Ale. There it is. What would you like to rate this beer at?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.
A 4? All right, nice. It has an overall rating of 3.51. 13 of our friends have rated it for an average of 3.42. Let's check out who these friends are. Are they really, really real friends? Oh, Jake J. So of our friends who have rated it, the last time anyone has ever rated it was 2022. This is like 3 years ago. He gave it a 3.5. Christian M gave it a 3.5. Ulysses B gave it a 3. Wow, he usually just checks in. He never rates it. Kyra Lynn gave it a 3. Benjamin I gave it a 4. Oh, he actually wrote something. Grabbing a beer while doing some laundry. This beer is always a good choice. A touch sweet, but well made. All right, so oh yeah, Benjamin, that's one of your frat brothers, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see here. So you're gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna check in, give it a 4. And what notes would you like to leave?
Amber-y?
Amber Alert.
Yeah.
Amber-y, yeah.
Savory.
Oh, yeah, you said that, yeah.
And flavorful.
Flavorful. Like full of amber flavor, would you say?
Yes.
All right. Save and check in. All right. Stone IPA. It's funny you said 4 because I was thinking 4 for this one too. Stone IPA. Let me give it a 4. Let me close all these cards. Here we go. And Stone IPA. There it is. Check in as an overall rating right now of 3.74. 25 of our friends have checked in for an average rating of 3.87. Go through a couple of them. Stasia T. She was the last time sure. September 24th, 2024. So not too long ago. And it was her after work beer. She has a tall boy of it too. A 4.25. Excuse me, I'm burping. Jake J gave it a 4.0. Hebrew OG. Jose A gave it a 4.5. John W. Ooh, John Wick. I didn't know John Wick followed us. He gave it a 4.30. Piney Crisp Orange Marmalade. I don't know about all that, but good for him. So Stone IPA, I'm going to check in, give it a 4. And I'm going to say it is crisp, dank. Oops, not damp, dank. And oops. What do I want to say? Crisp, dank, and citric. Citric. There's save and check in. Speaking of citric, I'm gonna look what it's really called. That Corona. Corona. What did you say? What did you think it was called?
Oh, the sunburst one?
That's it. Yeah, that's what you said. Sunburst. Is that what it's called?
No.
Sunbrew.
Sunbrew.
Yeah. It's the Corona Sunbrew Citrus Cerveza. So was it a month ago when I went over to my friend Nate's house when we had a brew day? Before we went, and he's like, "Hey, we're selling this," because he works at a big box store. He's like, "We're selling this. Would anyone like to try it?" And my only reply was, "Hey, if you're buying, I'm trying." Right? So he bought some. He busted it out. I gotta say, I've had 2 different styles of Corona, and it was my favorite of the 2.
Interesting.
It has some flavors. I mean, now I gotta say, I mean, longtime listeners know Corona is my most hated beer. I can't stand that beer. Yeah, I used to like it back in the day. Thought it was great. Thought it was premium. These days, oh man, I just can't. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Maybe if it, like you and I always talk about, if we're at a party and the only beer they have is the one we hate the most, we're drinking. Guess what we're drinking? We're drinking that beer. So if I go to a party and someone has all they have is Corona, I'm drinking Corona, and I'm not bitching about it because I'm just happy to be there. But yeah, this Corona is not bad. It's got some flavor to it. It's a little citrus, a little juicy. It might be artificial flavor. I don't know, but if it's artificial, I mean, it tastes better than the regular one, the regular Corona, I should say. So yeah, I'm not telling you to go buy it, but if you see it at a party, just check it out. If you see it at a friend's house, just try it. You might like it.
I'm interested to try it, but yeah, the thing is too, I've only seen it in
12-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. I wouldn't recommend a 12-pack. Maybe one bottle. So you're at your in-laws. You're gonna go to our parents' house tomorrow then?
Yeah.
And what are you guys gonna do over there for Easter?
Hang out, barbecue, probably have lunch.
Oh, right on. Yeah. Oh, what I was gonna ask you is, did you and your wife buy your daughter's Easter baskets?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you buy them or did you make them?
Make.
Oh, okay. I know your wife's really big with the arts and crafts stuff.
Yeah, more like, I don't want to say arts and crafts, but more about like presenting gifts and whatnot.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's what I meant. Like actually like putting the loving touches on stuff rather than pre-made.
Yeah.
Do you get into it now too, or do you just leave that to her?
Yeah, I get in the way. I stay in my lane.
Hey, at least you know yourself, man. Self-awareness is huge. Right on. What's the is it like a mini Christmas, or is it just like candies and games?
Yeah, it's candies and toys and stuff like that. I mean,
okay.
like, yeah, I mean, but like we bought him new dresses for the day, so they're all into that too. So
Really? Even I thought your youngest didn't like dresses and stuff.
yeah, that's true. She put it on for a little bit though.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, take one picture and then you can take it off.
Yeah, right.
Right on. Yeah, my daughter, she's into Easter. She's more into the religious side of Easter now. But she still likes her basket and she likes all the toys and the candy. She gave up like candy for Lent. So she can't wait for tomorrow so she can rip that basket open and eat some candy. Good for her though. She actually
she made it. Yeah, good for her.
She made it. Yeah. I think this is her first year she gave something up and she actually made it the whole way. So I'm proud of her. Very proud of her. Yeah, at this point it's I let her mom and her grandmother do the basket stuff. I just buy her like a present. Like nothing is like extravagant for for her birthday or Christmas or anything, but it's a little something. And like I said, she's more into the religious stuff now. So I bought her a 14 karat gold cross necklace.
Oh, okay.
So, because she's been wearing necklaces and bracelets and not really rings, but bracelets and necklaces. So, maybe she'll like it. Cool. If she doesn't, that's fine too. It didn't cost. It's only 14 karat gold plated. It's not like a solid gold or anything.
Word.
But anyway, yeah, Easter's kind of fun. It's weird how it kind of turned into a mini Christmas for some people.
Yeah. I mean, some people are diehard into it.
Mm-hmm. But I get it. If that's your thing, that's your thing. I'm not against it. It just it doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah. I didn't mean to sound negative either. I just meant the because I think too it is more religious than commercialized like Christmas. So
yeah, true. Yep, and a lot more people follow or celebrate Christmas because it's not only a Christian holiday; it's also a pagan holiday too. So it's all about that and consumerism. All right. Anything else you'd like to add to this episode before we sign off?
No, not this week.
All right. Thank you for downloading yet again another Cöld Brüe podcast. I am Greg. He is Sorcerer Chromatic, and we'd like to wish you cheers.
Until next time.